explain the IEP process to the best of my knowledge. So I'm going to talk about the parent and guardian and student involvement in that process, the referrals, the evaluations, the eligibility components of the IEP, and the expectation as far as communication as with everyone involved in the IEP process. And I'm also going to discuss the ethical responsibilities that the teacher has to uphold throughout this process. First, I want to emphasize the critical role that parents slash guardians and student involvement plays in the IEP process. Their input and participation are essential in developing a comprehensive plan that addresses the unique needs and goals of the students. We must ensure that they feel heard, respected, and empowered throughout this process, as the IEP process starts with the parent and the student. This is where this process begins. The parents have identified that their child needs an individual education plan to fit their child's abilities so that they can still learn. Regarding the referral process, it's important that there is a clear understanding of the criteria and the procedures for initiating an evaluation. This is an important step because a lot of times if parents are not knowledgeable of the steps, they will feel like that in the end that their voice wasn't heard or their concerns was not met. So being knowledgeable of the procedures and the criteria during this process is really important. This ensures that the students who may require additional support for services are identified and provided with the necessary resources. The next step that I would like to talk about is the evaluation phase. This phase is crucial in determining a student's eligibility for special education services. Within this stage, students are assessed by doctors, psychologists. They're taking tests. They're assessed their mental health, their behavior, and I believe it's our responsibilities as educators to guide parents and guardians through this process and explaining how the assessments um, how the assessments and methods are 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 presented to them, so that they can understand the findings of it, so that they have a clear understanding of what exactly is the test, what is my child being assessed on, and how are they being assessed, so that the parent is well aware. The next step of the IEP process that I would like to talk about is the eligibility. So once eligibility is established, the IEP components come into play, meaning that the service is being provided to that student that will serve them, that will help them with their education. These includes the students' present levels of their performance, their measurable annual goals, the special education and related services to be provided, and the accommodations or modifications when needed. It is essential that there is a collaboration with the parents and guardians to ensure that the IEP aligns with the student unique needs and the support that they receive within the school and their services overall helps the student to achieve. As it relates to ongoing communication between the teacher, school, and parent guardian, this is also another crucial point for the IEP process. It should be established that there should be an established clear channels of communications regularly, updates with the parents or guardians on the child's progress, and that can look like a phone call, that can look like an email, that can look like a letter mailed home to the parents or guardian about the child's progress. And also that allows the parent to address concerns directly to the teacher about their child's progress and allows the teacher to respond immediately if there's a ongoing and ongoing conversation about their child's progress. When it comes to the ethical responsibilities we have as educators, it is to uphold the integrity of our profession during the IEP process. This includes maintaining confidentiality, acting in the best interest of the students at all times, and ensuring that all decisions and actions are grounded in research based practices and a deep commitment to equity and inclusion. And that is what I have so far for explaining the IEP process. I, I hope that you all enjoyed the video. Thank you.